Hi YouTube, I've got a 2012 Kia Optima 2.4 liter and it is stalling out on me. It's been into the shop. Shop can't find any problems. They've run a pressure test on the fuel system. Everything comes back good. It's not throwing any codes, but when I'm going 40 miles an hour, let off on the gas and then get back on the gas, the car will stall out and not start back up for me for roughly 30 minutes, so I can't touch it for 30 minutes and then it will start back up. They have done a pressure test on the high pressure fuel pump, new high pressure fuel pump. They recommended the high pressure fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump, crankshaft sensor, and I will show you where that stuff is. So high pressure fuel pump right here, 1, 2, 3 easy connectors. If you're careful with this connector here, you don't have to replace this fuel line coming into it. If you over tighten it, you'll bend that metal line. The low pressure fuel tank is under the back seat. So you have to pull out the back seats, go into the gas tank, and that one's a little bit of a chore. Crankshaft sensor is back here underneath this heat shield. There's a metal plate right there, and that is the crankshaft sensor. And so as you can see, I've got the airbox out, engine cover off, airbox out. It's pretty simple. It's got clamp here, and then a clamp on the throttle body right there. Just take that off with a Phillips. You've got two 8 or 10 millimeter bolts, one here, one here. It takes an extension and then a magnetic something pull to get it out. So the pressure sensor is underneath the intake manifold on this car. So the intake manifold has to come off. The intake manifold is held by 5 bolts. So center bolt here, this is a nut, that is a nut back in there, and then there are 2 up under here that you cannot see. You have to reach up in and get 2 of those out in the front brace. So when we do this, we'll unclip here, 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 leave those bolts in, unclip all the electrical stuff here, here, unclip this right here. That's a nut. Take that nut off and loosen that off. And then you've got a couple other, airline here. This part here, this nut here needs to come off. And then the intake manifold will come off. Intake manifold pulls right off. Everything else will fold back. I've got the throttle body here with coolant lines. 2 of these coolant lines may need to be removed for you to get access. I'm gonna try it this time, just leave it, connected up and see if I can move it out of the way enough. So the pressure sensor is up underneath here on the fuel rail, upside down. So this will come out, and then you use like a Phillips crescent wrench or whatever to loosen that up. It's got a sensor on it, and I'll show you once I get there. So that is the pressure sensor where it is, and I will show you once I get all this stuff disconnected what it looks like.